my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we're here for another severe weather breakdown. Now we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, including some huge pattern changes that are about to happen in the weather, a big storm that's on the way, and much more. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off with the SPC outlook for today, where we have no risks for severe weather. Tomorrow, no risks for severe weather, but now Friday, we have a marginal risk of severe weather from northeast Texas back up into southwestern Missouri here, okay? This includes the cities of Tulsa, Springfield, so look out for that. But the main threat for severe weather is actually likely going to be on Saturday here, where we already have a slight risk of severe weather extending all the way from Houston back up to Jackson, Tennessee here, okay? So this is a pretty big area. I would not be surprised if we get an enhanced risk of severe weather out of this. If that does happen, I will be going live on Saturday covering severe weather, just getting everybody through it, so make sure to look out for that if this does get upgraded. Climate Prediction Center, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook here. We have an area in portions of the upper western Midwest that have a 60 to 70% chance to see above average temperatures there in the red, and then we also have an area that on the west coast that has a chance to see 60 to 70% chance to see above average temperatures in the red as well in portions of southwest California, so look out for that. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook here. We have a very large area stretching all the way from the desert southwest back over into the northeast that has a 50 to 60% chance to see below average precipitation, okay? This is going to lead to a massive drought over pretty much everywhere in the country except for the south, where in southwest Texas we actually have a 50 to 60% chance to see above average precipitation, and in central and southern Florida we also have a 50 to 60% chance to see above average precipitation from the 12th to the 16th, okay? So very extreme precipitation conditions here. 8 to 14 day outlooks, 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. That heat dome in the upper western Midwest will strengthen, and we will have a 70 to 80% chance to see above average temperatures in portions of the upper western Midwest here from the 14th to the 20th, so look out for that. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. Our drought will still be there, but now we only have an area that has a 40 to 50% chance to see below average precipitation stretching from Vermont all the way back out into Wyoming and Montana, so look out for that. And we're still going to have an area in central and southern Florida that's going to have a 50 to 60% chance to see above average precipitation, so look out for that as well. Watches, warnings, and advisories across the country. Not too much going on right now. Frost advisories in effect for portions of southeast Georgia and northern Florida, so look out for that. Be careful driving on icy roads. There could be ice on the grass, even on the sidewalks maybe, so look out for that. Winter weather advisories in the purple. We have some in West Virginia here. A few inches of snow could accumulate over the next 24 hours, but we also have some in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Nevada, California, and even Oregon, so look out for that. Pink's winter storm warnings. We have some of those in northwestern Wyoming as well. Those are going to be the areas that have a huge chance to see a lot of snow over the next 24 to 48 hours, so definitely look out for that in northwestern Wyoming. Browns are your high wind warnings and watches, as well as wind advisories, so look out for that. Some high winds possible in those areas. In the northwest, we still have a lot of flood warnings, flood advisories, and flood watches in effect here, so look out for that, as our atmospheric river event is still out playing, but it will come to an end soon. Finally, we're going to take a look at the forecast models here, specifically the GFS, and what it's going to do with this storm, because we have some pretty significant updates on it, right? So right now going on across the country, not too much. Maybe some snow in eastern portions of the country, like the Tennessee and Ohio valleys, okay? But we go ahead and play this out into tomorrow at noon. We are going to get quite a bit of rain and snow in portions of the northeast as well as the northwest, so look out for that. But it's really on December 8th that we can start to see the first signs of this huge storm starting to form here. Check out the Gulf of Mexico, right? Just a little bit of rain, maybe some thunderstorm activity out there, but eventually that actually ramps up and heads more towards like the southern and central United States here, turns into a pretty strong low pressure system, and around here now is where they're expecting the severe weather to start. In a line from Louisiana back up into even Ohio here. Okay, before this was playing out way further to the west here, right? They had this system going from like New Mexico into Wisconsin, but now it's going from Texas to Michigan, okay? So now it's going quite a bit further to the east here. They don't think it's going to form until later on, but that severe threat will still be there, okay? Where on Sunday, I'm imagining we'll get a risk for severe weather as well, potentially anywhere in the southeastern United States States, maybe even the Ohio Valley, as I mean, some strong thunderstorm activity could happen there. That band of snow that was expected to create some blizzard-like conditions for the upper Midwest is now not really expected to do that, right? We may still have some snow behind this system late into its lifespan, okay, and may create some very heavy snowfall for areas like New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, okay, but overall not as big as we thought. But I mean, just look at this, guys. Midnight on in between Sunday and Monday here, this is a lot of thunderstorm activity stretching all the way from, I mean, coast to coast here, like New York all the way down to Florida. Okay, so you really got to look out for that, especially the East Coast. I think we're probably going to get a Monday risk as well, specifically in the Northeast United States. But after that system leaves, I mean, we're not done. Another one pretty quickly forms here in portions of Texas. Could bring some rain and thunderstorms, so look out for that. But the main threat with that system is it could create some cellular activity for the Dixie Alley and Florida here, okay? Just look in the Gulf of Mexico, a 1,008 millibar low pressure system bringing heavy thunderstorms to some areas in the Gulf of Mexico. Eventually, those will reach extreme southern Florida and the Florida Keys, bringing, I mean, potentially, like, a lot of rain, guys. That's a lot of rain right there, about as much as these forecast models can possibly indicate. So it's going to be something big. And we don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be pretty crazy. We may also see some severe weather in the Ohio Valley after that, maybe the Appalachia area, so look out for that. And then on Friday the 22nd, as far out as we can see, the last thing that we can kind of see here is a clipper system in Canada bringing lots of snow to the upper Midwest, so we'll check more on that in the next video. But yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.